Yeah, good evening all. Science. So just I was giving a introduction to Python, right? Just I was giving what is Python, who can learn Python, how it was built, Python real-time applications. We had a demo session, right?
Yeah.
So just if anybody who are attending today, right, you can just, I'll be just briefing you about this Python. You can just go to the video of that last demo session. So here, who can learn Python, how it was built, Python real-time applications, usage, features, Python comparison, right? And here, Python is a general purpose programming. Any kind of applications can be developed by using Python, like automation applications, web applications, animation applications, gaming applications, right? Wide varieties of applications can be developed. Yes. It's a multi-programming. Python is a multi-programming language, right? It has got features of all the programming languages, right? It has taken the features of object-oriented, procedural-oriented, scripting, and modeler. It's a high-level language. Python, it's easily understandable, it's portable, and machine independent, can run on all the hardwares and all the operating system. It is an interpretation language, line by line execution you are going to see, and user friendly programming language, and programmer friendly programming language which provides simple syntaxes, right? Yes, just 10 minutes I'll be just giving that overview what we have discussed. And if you see, like, there are two types of languages, right? There are two types of languages, just observe. Yes, low level languages, high level languages. Low level languages like assembly level, they are not human understandable, they are not portable, they are machine dependent, they cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating system. But high level languages like Python, they are human understandable, they are portable, and they are machine independent. They can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. So Python has got the features. What features? It has got procedural oriented programming like C language, object oriented like C++, Java, scripting features like shell script, and modular programming features like Modular 3. 89,300 inbuilt models Python provides for various domains. For various domains, it is providing models, right? So as part of our course, we are going to discuss procedural oriented with Python, object oriented with Python, scripting, and modular programming, right? Yes. Observe. So what is the prerequisite for learning Python? There is no prerequisite. Everyone can update with Python. The Python statements look like normal English statements. So if you go back like 10 to 15 years back, right, the usage of Python was only 3% used, but Java is mostly used in the industry, right? But currently, right, Java 19% and Python 31% used. Python is the #1 ranked programming language with a diversified number of applications. So Python is providing 89,300 models for various domains, which has got built-in functions within it. So modules, separate models for data science, separate models for big data, separate models for networking, for testing, for operating systems, for databases, for different file formats, right? For mathematical operations, for statistics. In this way, thousands of models Python has got, using which we can perform the operations. Python real-time applications. Python real-time applications, right? Yes. What kind of applications we can develop means mostly used in web applications development, in automation applications creations using technologies like data science, IoT, AWS, or DevOps. In data science, total implementation goes in Python language. In IoT, also scripting, Python script we write. In AWS DevOps, also automation script, Python scripts we write, right, for automation, right? And for big data like Spark, we say like PySpark, right? Spark implementation. In scientific applications, we use models like NumPy, numerical Python, CP, scientific Python, right? For GeoAir animations, we use PyQt module, tkinter module. For game development, separate frameworks Python has given, like Pygame, PyCara, PySoy, right? Yes. For scheduling, Python is providing Airflow. For testing and test cases, we have got models Python provides. For software development, right? They use software developers make use of Python as a support language. And business application, right? Python is one of the best choice for developing e-commerce sites. And for database applications, right? Database applications, Python is one of the, can connect with any database. And for networking applications, separate module Python is providing a separate framework called Twisted Python. And for web scraping, right? Python is used for web scraping data from different websites, right? You use models like URL. For audio and video applications, right? Python is preferred. And for embedded applications, the most famous embedded application, Raspberry Pi, which uses Python for its computation. CAD applications or 3D CAD, Python is used. Computer vision, face detection, colors detection, and object detection, right? And for data analysis, and for generating graphs or reports. So any type of graphs we can generate by using Python, normal graph, bar graph, histogram, scatter plot, right? And for desktop applications. And who are using Python today? Which companies are using and topmost applications built by using Python? Google, right? Google using Python for its web search systems. Google is one of the best example of Python web application, right? Yahoo using Python, YouTube using Python for its video sharing service, Instagram built by using Python, right? The prime reason for Instagram for choosing Python is the Python efficiency and its practicality. Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python. NASA using Python because of Python hybrid features. They can use Python because of multi-programming features. Some applications like Dropbox, Quora, Reddit, Pinterest built by using Python. The popular OTT platform like Netflix using Python, like using models like numerical Python, CP, right? For security automation and for subscription related operations. MMOG, massively multiplayer online games. Maya, a powerful 3D animation, uses Python script. BitTorrent for file sharing service, Python is used. iRobot for military and commercial operations. Iron Port email server, which uses more than 1 million lines of Python code for doing its job. Hardware testing, right? Companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this, they use Python for hardware testing purpose, right? Yes. And reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? So what are the reasons which makes Python is introduced like 30 years ago? Why all of a sudden Python is super popular, right? Very less code you are going to see for Python. Simple syntaxes. Multi-programming features. See, simple syntaxes just like normal English statements. Very less coding means not even 1/4 coding, I say, as compared with other programming. Multi-programming, like all the features of all the programming languages you can see. Interactive mode, you can interact with Python statement by statement. Python gives response for every statement you type. I'll show you those. Interactive mode and batch modes. Many built-in libraries we see in Python. 89,300 modules and wide varieties of applications, right? Yes. So today just I'll be discussing about something about Python software foundation, Python versions, Python installation, and Python execution most, right? Yes. Just observe before I go with Python version, Python installation, right? So just you need to know something about Python software foundation, right? Python software. You can make notes parallelly, right? If anybody wants to make notes, you can just make notes parallelly, right? So if anybody from non-programming background, right, I recommend you to just make notes, right? Python syntaxes, Python software foundation, PSF, right? Yes. You need to know something about PSF before we go with Python versions and installations. PSF, right? It is a, observe, it is a non-profit organization, right? Devoted towards Python community, devoted towards Python community. So it is a Python software foundation, right? It was launched in the year, it was launched in the year 2001, right? Almost like 20, almost like more than 20 years ago, it was launched. And the main objective of this PSF, Python software foundation, right? Main objective from version to version to faster the development of Python, right? To faster the development of Python. But in the year 2005, right? Yes, PSF, Python software foundation received Computer World Horizon Award, right? It received Computer World Horizon Award. And the president for this PSF is nothing but the personality who developed or who introduced Python. The same personality is the president for this PSF. Who is the person who introduced or developed Python? Guido van Rossum. The same personality, he is the president for this PSF. Where are the headquarters located? Headquarters, right? Headquarters located Delaware. So Delaware, US, United States, right? And official website of Python, from where you can download Python, from where we can see the documentation of Python for every Python release. Official website. We have got a www.python.org, right? So this is something about PSF, non-profit organization devoted to Python community. In the year 2001, it was launched to faster the development of Python, and it received award Computer World Horizon Award. President is the same personality who developed Python. Headquarters is Delaware in US. Python.org official website for Python. So Python versions, what are the versions, right? So the Python 1.x version, in the year it was released in the year 1990, right? Next comes Python 2 version, right? Python 2.x version. What is this 2.x means? 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, right? The first version released in the year 2000. The version that we are using currently is 3 version, right? Python 3 version, right? Introduced in the year 2008. Almost like 14 years ago it was released. Latest version of Python, right? Latest version of Python, right? Just 1 week ago a new version was released. Latest version of Python, Python 3.10, right? Python 3.10. This 3.10 version released almost like 4 or 5 months back, but in that also multiple version 3.10, right? Yes, latest version of Python. That this is the version that we are going to install today, right? Yes, latest version of Python 3.10. This is you are going to download and we are going to install it. Okay, stable version of Python. Stable version of Python, right? Yes. Python 3.7 is the mostly used. 3.7 is the stable version. Stable version is nothing but here in bracket I'm saying mostly used version. Mostly used version, right? Yes. Python 3.7, right? Yes. And the previous stable version, previously which is mostly used, previous stable version. Python 2.7, which is mostly used. Python 2.7. For example, you may ask if you are working with Oracle 10G, Oracle 10 version, 3 version won't support. You need to go with Oracle 2, 2.7. From Oracle 11 onwards, Python 3 version is supporting, right? So previous stable version is this. So this is something about the versions, right? Now let us see the Python installation, right? Python installation. Just hardly it takes 2 to 3 minutes for installing Python. I'll show you everything from the scratch ground level, how to download it, how to install it, right? Python installation, right? Yes. Just observe. So 1 second before. So I'm going to this apps. Let me just uninstall it. Python, see if you observe here, Python 3.10.8. Uninstall that. 3. Uninstall everything. 3.10.8. Uninstallation in progress. Fine. So Python is providing different softwares for different environments, right? Python is providing different softwares for different environments, for Linux, for Mac OS, for Windows. Okay. So I'm saying it is providing different softwares for different environments, right? For okay. Yes, you can install Python in your smartphones also, right? You can type your code and execute the code in your smartphones also. Go to your Play Store, type Python IDE, Integrated Development Environment, right? Python ID, many IDs you'll be getting. Anyone you can select it and you can execute, right, in interactive mode and batch mode. So an installation was successful, right? So before you go for downloading and installation of Python, first you need to check what is your Windows. Is it a 32-bit Windows or a 64-bit Windows? So as of now, I think everyone has got 64-bit, okay, Windows. But if you still got 32-bit, so go to your desktop. Just go to your desktop, right? On desktop, this PC, my PC, right? Right click properties, you will get 64-bit operating system. 64-bit operating system. Okay, if it is 32-bit, it is showing here, right? Then you need to download 32-bit Python software. But I think now everyone using Windows 10, Windows 11, right? I hope everything will be 64-bit only. But also from the latest version, right? This 32-bit is not supported now. Everything, if you're using old systems with Windows 7 or Windows 8, right? For that, you can go for 32-bit. So Windows, so forget about it. If you are using Windows 10 or Windows 11, mostly it will be 64-bit operating system, right? Yes. So previously the older like Windows 7 or Windows 8, 32-bit OS, right? Not all 32-bit or 64-bit, both will be available. So okay, anyhow, you can just leave that point. Now I hope everyone has got 64-bit, but once have a check. So here, what is the official website of Python? www.python. Oh, I want the sessions to be interactive, right? So now as I'm just showing the installation process. Yes. Yes. Why they please be in mute? Okay. Python www.python.org is the official website of Python. So python.org is the official website of Python, right? So just I have unmuted yourself due to just ask queries, right? If you got stuck up anywhere, or if you got immediately, you can ask any small query or any small doubt also. This is a live sessions, right? You can ask queries anytime. That's why I kept you in unmuted status. You can ask query at any time. And if you got any background noise, right? Please type your query in the chat panel, right? If there is no background noise, if nobody is speaking at your background, then you can ask your query, right? So fine. So here python.org, the official website. Just now I was talking about PSF, right? You can check this PSF here. It's a PSF. So it's a Python Software Foundation, right? Sponsorship, memberships, donations, volunteer. So it's a separate, okay. The grants, infrastructure. So yes, if you go back to Python, so whenever you type python.org, whenever you enter into python.org, this is the official website of Python. Go to downloads. Go to downloads. Whenever you go to downloads, can you see a note here? Python 3.9 plus later cannot be used on Windows 7. If you've got Windows 7, right? Python 3.9 or later cannot be used. You need to go with 3.8 or 3.7 if you got Windows 7. But if you got Windows 10, that's fine. So Python is a cross platform language which can run on any platform. So here, go to downloads, click all releases. All releases I want to see, right? Just scroll down. Active Python releases, you see, no, not that. Go for looking for a specific release. Looking for a specific release, right? Yes. So from the last 20 years, what all the versions released, everything you can see within this, right? You can see all this. Yes. Yes. Observe this. Select the version, the latest version, right? 3.10.8 is the latest version. Just like 6 days back, it was released. See the date when it was released? October 11th, 2022. 6 days back, it was released, right? Python 3.10.8. Click it. If you click, it gets open. Python 3.10.8. Scroll down to the bottom of this page. You'll see files. You see files, right? Windows installer 64-bit or Windows installer 32-bit. If your Windows is a 32-bit, you install 32-bit, or if it is 64-bit, install this 64-bit. So just 64-bit, right? Most of the time you see all are, I think everyone has got 64-bit only. So you can just click this Windows installer 64-bit. Yeah, your download started, right? Your download started. So the size is 27.6 MB, right? 27.6 MB size. 1 second. I'll close all this. Lot of these things are opened, so it's going. So okay, yes, you can just say Windows installer 64-bit. Python software size is just 27.6 MB. So I said 89,300 inbuilt modules Python is providing for various domains, right? What is that? 89,300 inbuilt modules Python is providing for various domains. So here, yes. I'll change the yes, okay. 1 MB of size. See, all the modules like networking module, data science module, database module, big data modules, different types of modules, all you are not going to see in this Python software. Only modules related to any domain like data science or database or big data, right? Yes. So download is done. It's completed, right? Yes. So here, okay. We use a component called pip for installing, downloading and installing any other modules which are not part of Python software, right? In Python, along with Python, we see some hundreds of modules you'll be getting, commonly used modules. Later, I'll brief you about all this. Now, just your download is completed. If all the 89,000 modules are included in your Python software, the software size won't be 27 MB, it will be in GBs of size. So everyone won't use all the modules, right? So if you want any module, just download and install it. Hardly takes 1 minute. Any module installation takes 1 minute, right? Yes. Yeah. Just observe this. Yeah. Click this exe file. Go to the downloads folder. Click that exe file. You will get this screen. You will get this screen, right? Yes. Yeah. So immediately, don't immediately, you do some mistakes here, right? This hardly takes 1 minute only for installing Python, but just check before, don't go for installation immediately. At the bottom, you can see add Python to path, add Python to path. Now I'm adding that Python to path means to the path variable of operating system. Go for customize installation. Go for what? Customize installation. And here nothing to select. Everything is selected. Documentation you are going to get pip for installing any other packages or modules. Ideally, where you will be writing the code. Right. Nothing to select in this. Say next. Here also nothing to select. Here also nothing to select, right? Yes. Okay. Now see this installation location where you are getting, where the Python getting installed. Tomorrow, if you want to locate where your Python is installed, right? So it is getting installed in subdirectory C drive, users, Dell, app data, local, programs, Python 310, right? So in many subdirectories, it is Python is getting installed in different many subdirectories, right? Tomorrow I need to enter all this, right? Okay. So some query was asked. One second. What is the abbreviation of pip? Pip is nothing but preferred installer program. Preferred installer program. The full form of it is, okay. Later I discuss more on that, right? Okay. Now remove all this, right? Yes. Remove all this. See, place your mouse before this Python, this 310 is there, right? And remove all this path. So tomorrow, every time if you want to install a module, tomorrow every time if you want to install any new module, right? This entire path we need to type. So instead of all that, remove this entire thing, and just install Python in your C drive. That's it. See, I'm installing C/Python 310. Okay, just to say C/Python 310, just say install, right? Say install, right? Yes. Okay, fine. Setup was successful, right? Setup was successful, right? Just close it. Yes. How will you check whether your Python is successfully installed or not? Okay. Go to command prompt at the bottom in the search panel. I'm just typing CMD at the bottom, right? CMD, right? Yes. Just type Python here. Just type Python. Whenever I type Python here and if I say enter, Python version should be displayed. Python interpreter should be open, right? Yes. Check it. Python. Okay. One second. So in my system, if you observe, right, multiple versions of Python is installed. Python 3.8 available, 3.9 available, 3.10 available, 3.8, 3.9, and 3.10. Okay. Okay, so multiple Python versions also you can install, right, in your system. So just at the bottom, go to this command prompt. You can check your installation, right? If you type Python here, right? Yes, Python 3.10.8, that is the version we have installed, right? This Python interpreter, it is getting open, right? Yes. So Python is successfully installed, right? It is successfully installed. You can type any valid Python code and check, right? Type any valid Python. 3 plus 5, just you will get 8. X has 10, Y has 4. Right? What is X? What is Y? What is X plus Y? In this way, you can just no need to give the data types also. Directly, we can provide that X, Y, right? Fine. X equal to Ajay, right? Y equal to Kumar. So this is what interactive mode. You can interact with Python statement by statement, which you cannot see in other programming languages. X plus Y is Ajay Kumar, right? Ajay Kumar. Okay, fine. If you want to come out of it, say quit. Okay, so here understood, right? Your Python is installed successfully. It's working properly, right? So coming back to this, if anyone working in the Linux environment, if they want to use Python within the Linux, no need of any separate installation. Python comes as a inbuilt along with this Linux operating system. Python comes as a inbuilt, right? No need of any separate installation, right? But if you're using older version of Linux, so that you will be having older version of Python within it. So in such case, if you want to update, if you want to just install the new version of Python, means you can just everything you need to install from the root user. That's why you need to say sudo apt-get install get install Python 3.10, right? This command is enough. Just type this command. It is just going to install Python version. If 3.10 not supported, go with 3.9, right? Yes, this is Python installation. And next is Python execution modes. Python execution modes. Two modes of execution. Two modes of execution, right? Yes. First one, interactive mode. Interactive mode means just now I was talking, right, about the interactive mode. We directly type statements and you're asking, you will interact with Python, right? It gives response. Interactive mode. Here we directly type Python statements on the, see what are the two modes of execution means interactive mode and second is what, batch mode. Here we directly type Python statements on the interpreter. And the user can easily interact with Python statement by statement. We directly type Python statements on the interpreter and the user can easily interact with Python statement by statement. So what is the advantage we get from this interactive mode, right? Advantage. So if he doesn't know about any particular Python functionalities, You can just type and check in this interactive mode by just observing the response. You can just know what it is for. To test the functionalities of Python, and to learn Python, right? And to learn Python. So as a beginner, as a learner, right, this interactive mode works better to test the functionalities of Python and to learn Python. Batch mode. Batch mode, right? So for developing applications, right, this interactive mode is never preferred. For developing applications in Python, only interactive mode. For learning Python as a beginner and to test the functionalities, you can go for interactive mode. But batch mode here, that is batch mode is used for developing applications. Here we write set of statements within the editors or IDs. So here we write set of statements or batch of statements, right, within the editors or IDs, and save it by using .py extension, and save it by using .py extension, right? Yes. And later submit to Python. We write set of statements within the editors or IDs, save it by using .py extension, and later submit to Python. So what are the various editors where we can write the Python code? What are the various editors? And what are the various IDs where we can write the Python code? Various editors. Notepad. Within the Notepad you can write. Within the Edit Plus. Within the VI editor, and if you are working in Linux environment, Nano, right? So these first two are the two editors, right? Within the Windows, these two are for Linux environment, right? Where we can write the Python code and create a .py file means within the Notepad, within the Edit Plus, right? Yes. And what are the various IDs? Various IDs where we can write the Python code. In real time, we use these IDs, right? Integrated development environment, we say IDE full form is what? Integrated development environment, like we use PyCharm, PyDev, many IDs provided by Python, Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans, Jupyter Notebook, right? Jupyter Notebook. Atom, and VS Code. Okay, here these are the various IDs, right? You may ask why these many IDs for Python? Why not one or two? Like, so Python used for different environments, right? For networking, for testing, for animations, for game development. So different environments use different IDs. PyCharm is the mostly used one. PyCharm is the mostly used ID, right? Yes. PyCharm is the mostly used ID. So for data science, like Jupyter Notebook is mostly preferred for plotting visualization. Spider is preferred for big data. Also, Spider Jupyter is preferred for typical web applications. PyCharm is preferred. Atom, VS Code are preferred, right? Yes. So if you see, yeah, just I'll take 5-10 minutes more. Developing the first Python application. Developing the first Python application, right? Using a editor. Example of the editor, Notepad, right? Within the Notepad, we can write Python code and create a .py files. Just open Notepad. And type the following Python statements. Open Notepad and type the following Python statements. So as of now, we have not done anything within, we didn't discuss anything about Python or Python fundamentals, right? So what I'll do, I'll just take two values, 10 and X value 10, Y value 20. I want to perform some kind of arithmetic operation, right? X plus Y, print X minus Y, print X into Y, print X by Y, right? Yes. Right. So just I'll copy these lines to this, a notepad, right? Yes. And we need to save it by using .py extension, right? File, save. So I created a separate folder for this batch, right? Yes. Python, a separate folder in the last demo session. Python 9 p.m. batch, Python 9 p.m. batch, right? Yes. Save it as sample1 dot py, right? Sample1 dot py, right? Yes. So I'm writing here, save as sample1 dot py, and now submit this file. Now submit this file to Python. Submit this to file to Python as, yes. Go to this type cmd, right? Go to command prompt and type Python, and don't say enter, it will go to interactive mode. Specify the path of the file, in which drive, which folder, Python 9 p.m. batch. Within that, sample1 dot py. Say enter. 10 plus 20, 10 minus 20, 10 into 20, 10 by 20. Now got it, right? Yes. Okay. Submit the file present in which folder and in which drive, the entire path. Submit to Python. You will get this is the output, right? Yes. So here, what is your observation here? Just observe this. Okay, here, but here we are writing the code. We are writing the code at one place. We are writing the code at one place. Where you are writing? Within the notepad. You are writing and executing at the other place. And executing at the other place. Where? Within the command prompt. But to write and execute, at the same place. I want to write and execute at the same place. We have IDLE, right? We have IDLE, Integrated Development Learning Environment, which comes along with Python installation, using which we can write and execute at the same place. Understood, right? So here the problem, we are writing in the notepad, go and executing in the command prompt, creating .py, and there you are executing, right? But to write and execute at the same place, we have ideally, which comes along with Python installation, using which we can write and execute at the same place. Now, how to open that ideally, right? So everyone try to use this ideally for writing your Python code and executing this code. So at start programs, go and check where your Python is installed, within this, right? Right here, Python 3.10. If we click this 3.10 folder, the first thing what we see, IDLE, click it. Python shell will be opened. Python 3.10, click this. Integrated Development Learning Environment, right? The full form of it. So in this way, your 3.10.8, so you'll get this shell. If you just click it, this 3.10.8, this will be opened, right? Yes, it gets opened in this way. You can work with interactive mode here. 3 place for any statement, you can type and interact. Otherwise, if you want to work with batch mode, file, new file, you say file, new file, you say, and write your code here. We need to save it. Without saving, we cannot execute a Python code. Save it, right? Save it in the same C drive. Yes, I've created a Python 9 p.m. batch. Say sample2.py, right? Yes. Now say run module. Here itself we can write, here itself we can execute. Run module. Python 3.10. Okay, so just observe here, right? File, save. So you can save in any folder that you have written, right? Here itself we can say run module. You will get the output here itself. Just got some problem with this. Okay, just 1 second. I have opened a lot of this. 1 second. See, meanwhile, I'll just show you in 3.9. So just open, see this, any 3.8, 3.9 or 3.10, anything you can open. So this Python shell gets opened. So here slowly it gets opened. Startup failure. So in this way, if Python shell gets opened, you can say file, new file. Yes, file, new file, right? Yes, I need to just, yes, I need to do it again. So here you will write the code and you will just yes. Save it. Some sample2.py, right? Sample2.py. And if I say run module, you'll get the output here itself. See 10 plus 20, 10 minus 20, 10 into 20, 10. You can try it, right? Everyone, you can just install Python and you can just try with a small code and execute and check. If you got any errors, let me know tomorrow, right? Yes, this is what installation of Python and writing that Python code, executing the Python code, right? Yes. And here, this is the course content that I'll be discussing as part of this course, right? Yes. Where it went. Okay. So basics of Python, Python operations, operators, Python IDs, flow control statements, looping statements, strings, collections, Python lists, tuple sets, dictionaries, functions, modules, packages, errors and exceptions, file handling, object-oriented programming features, regular expressions, database connections, Python datetime, operating system module, advanced concepts like iterator, generator, closures, decorators, GUI programming, Excel, data analytics, data working with introduction to data science, Pandas module in brief, NumPy module, and Matplotlib module. That is what Python course. If you go for a full stack, right? Python full stack, that is Django also. Right, for them, I'll be giving like all that UI technologies concept, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, right? And apart from that, Django, right? This is the Django framework. Yes. So you will be getting a recorded video of this session, every session recorded video. Clear notes will be provided, right? And assignments and tasks. Every weekend you will be given some assignments and tasks to work with. So as I said, Python core advanced and application oriented modules. It's an offer batch just given for 5K, 5,000, right? And apart from this, if you want to choose the total like full stack along with Python like Django and UI technologies like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, along with that Django, right? It is UI technologies, Django framework, and along with Django, in this Django, I'll be showing you 20 applications creations. You'll be creating parallelly along with me. You'll be developing along with me, right? Yeah, REST APIs plus project. So this everything also it's just it is for 7K, but it is given for 5K. Entire thing HTML, all these UI technologies, Django applications creations project. First previously it was 7, it is given for so it is 5K, right? Yes. So if you pay everything it a single shot, right? It's just for 9K. You can just pay 9K if you are taking as a combo everything, right? It's a single payment, right? So for Python, you can just go with only 5K, but for everything, all this like full stack can go for 9K, right? Yes. Yes, Mr. Himanshu Sinha, right? Pandey. After payment, what it will be? So your batch timing is 9 to 10 fixed. 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So batch timing is 9 to 10 fixed, right? Every day. So sharp 9 to okay. Monday to Friday, we will be having sessions, right? So this is what the course content. So we'll continue tomorrow. Tomorrow also, everyone you can attend the session with same using the same link, same time, right? But day after tomorrow onwards, the link is going to change. Those who got enrolled, those who got right, a new link will be forwarded to your mail IDs. And if you see that payment process, everything you can see in the chart panel, a big message is given, right? A big message provided by the online team. If you can see that message, the payment process push and their contact details for anything if you want you can interact, right? Class videos, soft copy of the materials, so every recorded video you'll be getting, right? And yes, so it is given 10,000 there, right? So if you want both, you can select, you can just pay 9,000, you can get the entire package, right? Fine.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, good evening, sir.
Yes.
This is Chandrakant Reddy.
Yes.
Listen, I ask this one question. I am what I'm thinking only Python and Django. I choose చేసుకోవాలని అనుకుంటున్నాను. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Or full stack better or separate different way choose the correct or not?
So previously, see here, previously the fees was 12K for all this, right? Full stack or Django, Python and Django, the fees was 12K. So it is an offer given for you for 10K, but still, if you're taking the entire combo, I'm saying just you can go for 9K. That is what the fees for that total. If you want to go for Django web development, right? Whatever you want, you can attend those topics only, right? And for
Okay.
Python, it is fine, right?
Okay. Fine.
So here, so this is what, and the payment process, everything is given in the chart panel, right? Even you will be getting to your mail IDs. So don't forget to send the screenshot to that online team. That is the mail ID is given. Then only you will be getting the link, a new link, right? Tomorrow also you can attend freely. It's a free session tomorrow to see more on this, right? So everyone try to install Python and just see the execution. If you got anything, yes, I want from tomorrow we'll have the sessions more interactive, right? So whatever statement tomorrow onwards, I'll be just entering with the technical part, data types and variables in Python, the other things, right? So the duration of the course will be like 2 to 2.5 months, like nearly 70 plus hours, right? Yes. Okay, fine. Yeah, any more queries, anyone, right?
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Sir, hi, this is Durgasir. Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I want to know, will you provide the soft copy of the notes or only videos?
So soft copy of the notes, you topic wise, you'll be getting, right? Yes.
Then one payment concern, sir. In mail, it's mentioning 10,000 for a full stack developer.
Pardon?
You told 9,000. In mail, it's mentioned that 10,000, 10K for full stack developer. In the Django plus EOS.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
told 9,000.
yeah,
I already
yes,
paid 9,000.
yes, not a problem. Yes, everyone, it's 10,000, 1,000. You see, it's a offer given for you for just 9K now. So it's mentioned 10K, but 5,000 for Python, 5,000 for Django. But if you take both combo, it's for only 9K, right? 5,000 for
Okay.
Python, 5,000 for Django and that full stack, right? But if you take both combinedly, it's for only 9K, right? Yes, once again, I'm saying it. And it's
Then after sharing videos and soft copies, can we download the videos from Play Store? It's
yes, the
restricted from download.
videos are not downloadable. Only you can view or you can just see that videos, right? They're not
They
downloadable.
are not downloaded.
Yes. For next 6 months, right? You can just check it and you can view it, right?
Actually, there have some network issues, so
So again, yeah, Sonu's Asha, right? What is that? Take note. Yes, yes.
Yeah, hi sir, this is Krishna.
Yes, yes. Go ahead. Any query?
Yeah, see, in Python alone, if I go for Python alone, so will I get any project for Python?
So generally, if you see Python, if you just learn, if you go for Python, right? So there are two categories of people, right? Who learn Python. So just observe this. You are able to see this, right, everyone? So
Yeah.
here there are two categories of Python. There are two people who gets updated for Python, right? First category of people who update Python, just Python core advanced, right? And they'll go and implement in data science using that knowledge in big data and Spark, right? Writing automation scripts in AWS, in DevOps, in IoT, in robotics, right? So these people, they won't have career in they won't have career, right, in Python. They will have career in data science or big data or AWS DevOps. Their career is in that, but just implementation goes in Python. Second category of people who wants to have a career in Python itself. Those people, you need to go for a step forward and need to update this Django, right? That is web development total full stack, right? So you want to become a Python developer, you need to have this knowledge of Django, project creation, everything you'll be seeing in this Django, right? How to create project folder, that is application folder, all this, everything you can see within this web development, this using this Django framework. It's a framework given by Python for developing applications in Python, right? So this thing, so you need to check yourself after learning Python if you want to go for other environments, data science, AWS DevOps, or you want to become like a Python developer, can need to just go forward for this, right? Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So Python duration 2 to 2.5 months, right? Yes. What is the total? So yes. 1 second. So if you go for this Python, see, just I was showing you this, right? The last one. So here Python, the duration, it will be like 2 months, and for this also it will be like 2 months. Totally, it will be total package. It will be for 4 months, but even you can just complete in 2.5 months if you go parallelly. If you want, if it doesn't, if it doesn't want to go for 4 months, right? After 1 month of Python, after 1 month of Python, right? You can just go with these things, right? Within 3 months it gets completed, 2.5 months or 3 months, right? I mean, if you go parallelly both Python, and after 10 days of completion of Python, if you go for this web tech, these things, right? No need of any Python knowledge, anything, this and this. If you go parallelly also, it's fine. 2.5 months you can complete both if you go parallelly, right? But if you doesn't want, if you want to go one after the other, takes 4 months. So total it's 4 months, right? The total package takes 4 months. So here I'll be taking some bigger sessions. Yes, so no, right? So no. So here the number of hours you get is 70, 80 hours. See, 1 second. Let me show you 1 second. So nearly 89, 90 videos, right? 90 sessions will be there. 90 videos you'll be getting. You can see this Python sessions. 90 videos, 90 sessions means, okay. So 90 videos, like nearly 80 to 90 videos you'll be getting, 90 sessions. Fine. Okay.
One more question.
Yes, and here as I said, right, 1 second, in this web applications development, right? Yes, if you check this, yes, Django batches, right? Django batches, if you see any of this Django apps creations, you can see like my project 1, project 2, project 3, project 4, in this way 20 plus applications I said, right? And if you see with clear notes, you will be getting it, right? So okay, yeah, any more queries you have got? Yes, anyone?
One more query.
Yes.
After completion of full stack development, will you provide the job reference or
See,
will
see a typical 3 to 4 years person, a typical real-time person, right? How much experience he is going to get, that experience you will be getting, right? So after developing 20 applications along with me, right? So first two applications it will be new to you, but from third, fourth, fifth application onwards, you will come to know what you are performing, right? So 20 applications if you are creating, and 250 plus code examples we'll be discussing in Python, right? With those much knowledge, definitely you will get command on this Python, right?
okay, sir. Are you providing from your side any job references? Yeah, otherwise we will find in our
So
side.
see only one thing, right? You need to have everyone update with Python, but only some will have the command on this Python, right? If you are getting command in Python, just first 2 interviews only, you will be getting a job attendance check, right? So for that, you need to spend time daily. You need to attend the sessions regularly. You need to do the practicals regularly. The assignments and tasks you need to work with. If any doubts and queries, you need to respond in the class daily, right? With responding with the answers, right? Okay. Fine. So
So,
we are running.
do we
Yes.
get any experience certificate or what?
You'll get only that course completion certificate, no experience certificate here, right? Yes.
So I have one question. Suppose you said we will be getting opportunity to handle a project, right? So that will be a practical scenario project where we are supporting to any another organization or anything, or just we are doing for our study purpose? What will be the case?
Like, no, you'll be doing a e-commerce website, right? E-commerce,
Hmm?
e-commerce project. We'll be dealing with e-commerce project.
Okay. That means practical scenarios, right?
Yes, practically we'll be discussing all.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So those 90 videos are including like full stack
Not
Django,
full,
right?
not full stack, only Python.
Okay. So how many videos are there in Django?
So that's what I was saying, like nearly 80, nearly 80 videos for Python meant nearly like 50 to 60 for full stack.
Means another 60, right?
Another 60 you will get.
Okay. Sir.
Okay. So we're running out of time. So I'm stopping here. Still, if you've got queries, you can ask me in the tomorrow session. So you can attend the session tomorrow, same time using the same link, right? So I'm stopping here for today. Meet you tomorrow, same time. Yes. Thank you all for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.